Lights on a deck, and this video will focus on lights on deck stairs, specifically stair riser lights. If you're sold like we are on the idea of having stair riser lights on your deck stairs, should you install one light per step or two lights per step or more? We're gonna dive right into that in this video. Lights on deck stairs are really great. Not only do they add a beautiful aesthetic finish to your deck. For example, if you're in your backyard or sitting on your patio next to your deck, you'll see these beautiful rows of lights on your stairs. It really adds a very warm, elegant, inviting feeling to your deck. But deck stair lights also add a huge safety factor to your stairs, especially for any guests that are using your space that haven't been there before and are unfamiliar with either where your stairs are or where your stairs start and stop. Deck stair riser lights illuminate each step very nicely and creates a safety element for guests using your stairs. So then the question is, how many lights do we install on our stairs? Is it one light per step or two lights per step or two lights every other step? Now do check with your municipality, but most areas do require some type of illumination on both the top of deck stairs and on the bottom of deck stairs. In most municipalities, a simple light on the back of your home illuminates the stairs enough to pass code, but it may not be enough to add that all needed safety factor to your stairs that we're talking about. Most deck stairs are built either 3, 4, or 5 feet wide, depending on a number of factors such as budget, deck design, and height of your deck off the grade. So for these more common width stairs, we typically recommend one stair riser light per step. Now, a beautiful look on those common width stairs is to have 2 lights per rise. Now keep in mind, of course, this doubles the cost. It's double the time and double the material, but stair riser lights are relatively inexpensive to install. 2 lights per rise adds a beautiful finished look to any set of stairs and nicely illuminates the entire step rather than just the center of each step. Now, a question we get asked from time to time is, does it make sense to save money and put 1 light every other step or even 2 lights every other step? And our general recommendation is not to do that. Most stair riser lights manufactured do not illuminate the second step down. The angle of the stairs and the depth of each step just doesn't work that way. The light does not get down 2 steps down. It only illuminates the 1 step directly in front of that. So by adding 1 light every other step or 2 lights every other step actually might create a safety hazard. So for that reason, rather than installing 2 lights every other step, we would highly recommend 1 light every step to properly illuminate each and every step. If you have a multi-tier deck where you have step ups or step downs, installing riser lights and that fascia between the 2 tiers is highly recommended. It beautifully illuminates that step between the tiers and adds a huge safety element, especially for those guests unfamiliar with your deck. Now, an alternative to stair riser lights is to install either railing post cap lights or railing post side lights. Railing post cap lights are installed at the top of railing posts and have lights on all 4 sides of the cap. Railing post side lights are installed on one side of a railing post and shines light downward. So either that railing post cap light or the railing post side lights are a great alternative to stair riser lights, and depending on the design of your stairs, may save some money as well. Now, if your deck stairs are wider than 5 feet, maybe they're a waterfall style that wraps around an angle of your deck, this is going to be very deck specific. But typically in that case, we recommend stair riser lights on each angle of the stairs. If the angles are, let's say, 4 foot, 4 foot, and 4 foot, it would be a beautiful look to have 2 lights, 2 lights, and 2 lights, so 6 lights on each riser. Now this is gonna be budget specific as well, so a conversation to have with your local deck builder. Most manufacturers of stair riser lights manufacture the actual housing of the light itself in multiple colors. Trex, for example, manufactures the housing for their stair riser lights in black, white, and bronze. We typically recommend matching the housing color to either the fascia of your stairs, the stair rise color, or the color of your railing. That's gonna be deck specific as well, and certainly work with your local deck builder on what their recommendations are for the stair riser housing color. And as one final pro tip, as you're working with your builder on designing and building your deck, be sure to ask them and have it written in your scope of work the brand of stair riser lights that are gonna be installed. We've seen it all too often where Trex lights are gonna be installed and they're off-brand. The consumer may never know until that light starts malfunctioning and stops working because it's an off-brand light designed to save the contractor some money. If you're in the Southeast Michigan area, call Custom Deck Creations. We specialize in designing and building custom Trex composite decks and can make lighting recommendations for your specific deck.